we're so used to Noah being able to pull some magic out of the hat and get out of the corner, even if he doesn't have near to defend himself while in burnout. While JojoTaro didn't let that happen ever, right? He stood at a specific range where he was going to jail Noah in the corner. He was going to prevent jump outs. He'll give up some aggression in like the immediate moment just to make sure he maintains overall control. So let's see how that type of style does up against Hinao, who's a little bit more nuanced with the spacing. Winners finals. Let's get it. All right, started off slow, right? Both players trying to establish their projectile early. We haven't seen too many jumps from either of these characters, either of these players, I should say. Does get caught committing to the target combo, though.
Oh, we talked about that, too. He did drive rush, standing medium punch, immediately went back into it. That was a counter hit against Hinao. Does get the perfect parry against the Chain Lights. Doesn't get the flash knuckle sequence that he was looking for, but does succeed in getting the burnout. JojoTaro, I don't think he's going to be willing to spend a level 1 in between any of these strings. That hit! The Demon Ray mid-air!
Yeah, they tried to DI in the corner. What a chase down with the roundhouse, knowing only the second hit would clip. But that's all he needed to start the combo. Wow. JojoTaro already off to the races.
Oh. Damn, just outside. Just a bit outside. JojoTaro getting the light punish. And now into the corner we go. We do have the Adamant Flames being able to set up into the roundhouse Tatsu. Standing medium punches. The starter yet again! Back-to-back sequences where he's opened up Hinao off of this frame trap. And it's so much damage. He's going to be hella dead. And even if that didn't kill, he was still in the corner, bouncing off the wall for an extension.
Yeah, those were basically 2 points that we had brought up, right? The stay medium punch, applying so much pressure in the corner. And then before that, right, he backed up a little bit. He didn't actually like continue to try to just smother Hinao. He backed up and checked the drive rush. He put himself at a perfect position to make sure he had enough time to react to any type of drive rush or jump or something like that. This is the exact type of gameplay that got him the victory over Noah.
The big opener off of the overhead. We do find a counter hit. No conversion. Wow, from the side of Hinao.
And perfect parrying, the flash knuckle as well. Obviously difficult to do, and then the perfect parry right back. Let me get that Kona.
I was gonna say peppering away with all of these crouch and medium punches. Damn, he's still trying to press the issue after a standing medium kick.
How it just gets the low.
It's tough, right? Like he caught a hit off of Jojo and tried to catch him slipping by going immediately into the drive rush, right? Thinking JojoTaro is going to be reluctant to even press buttons and allow this pressure to come in for free. He's been very cognizant of like a lot of these drive rushes against some of these loops so far. And man, is it paying off a bunch already into this corner. Backs away, actually trying to bait out any sort of action upon wake up from Hinao.
Then get another check as he now look to get himself some breathing room. And again, the backdash now into DP. Like, and then baiting out that one. That is going to be game 2 with a bow on it. JojoTaro, man. Yeah, I love this spacing. Like him switching up from applying close quarters pressure into backing up a little bit, making sure he's at prime anti-air and drive rush check range. This is complete control right now from JojoTaro. And this is coming off against somebody that just had complete control over Tokido.
The Ryu's coming into play for the side of Hinao. We actually saw possibly, actually, I don't recall exactly within pose, but he, okay, cool. Because I remember this costume. I saw this a bunch. Yeah. I'm like, oh, okay. It makes a lot of sense. But you clearly see the efforts and like the method behind the madness when it comes to JoJo's offensive pressure, right? In the very beginning, he was very obviously tuning into the standing medium punches a bunch to start off. The second time around, he backed away a bunch, just waiting for this ODDP, and it finally came through.
Yeah, this is really good. Just cycling through the different type of pressures. Oh, and again, staying at that sweet spot, not committing to anything himself, leaving him free to check the drive rush. Oh, the backdash.
Got clipped. Nice work. Hey, at least it wasn't a punish counter.
Yeah, right, kind of using the parry OS right there, just immediately drive rushing. It does avoid the punish counter status. And then the check afterwards, right? The light kick just buffered with the Adamant Flame. Trying to dash in his face as well. Now JojoTaro backs off, but a fireball finally jumped in on. Immediately busts back though.
Puts himself into burnout on his own volition, having to hold all these fireballs because the spacing trap is pretty potent, right? He now could actually drive rush forward to punish, but speaking of punishes.
Yeah, perfectly. Knew exactly when to press the jab, using the fireball to not land on the Hadouken. Oh, couldn't get the completion that time though, and now we got the drive gauge back as well.
so tense. A ton of fireballs coming in at the speed of light from both ends.
And JojoTaro, I think he missed his parry right there. He's at a life deficit now after eating that fireball.
It's too tense. I was gonna say, where's the OD gonna come out?
Yeah, right, when you oh, the overhead comes through, interrupts Akuma's button. Beats him to the punch right here. And Hinao staying alive. You can see the support from the crowd as well. Everybody loves to see the young guns do work.
Simple. Second time he's caught the chain. Damn, that was meaty. He actually missed his opportunity. Totally fine though, still retains his plus frames off of the heavy Hashogeki drive reversal, forcing JojoTaro back into the corner, but still finds an opening into the top to create some space for himself. Back to the fireball game from Hinao. He's expecting it from Akuma as well.
Yeah, JojoTaro, he hasn't, oh my goodness, big sweep whiff punish. He hasn't been discouraged on throwing the fireballs despite that jump in. Still plenty being shown. Shogeki, and yeah, he's gonna take the minus frames, goes right back in, forces the issue on a drive rush cancel. Caught the parry attempt, another throw here as well. Oh, he wanted another throw, and now instead responds with an ODDP.
Oh, you can convert!
Close to getting chipped out here, and yes, perfectly not identified. Oh, and now he tried to commit a little bit early, not enough damage, and JojoTaro is on winner's finals point.
He had an opportunity off of a hit Hashogeki as well. Wasn't ready for any sort of buffer. He was well beyond having that level 3 before that even started for him.
Yeah, you could tell he was committed to the chip sequence. Didn't think JojoTaro was gonna get clipped during any time.
No way.
Indeed, no way. And now shuts it down. Quick little sweet chin music to the jaw and a super one to follow. We still in this.
A big change up in demeanor coming in from Hinao. Staying alive for one more game. That was match point from the side of JojoTaro a little bit earlier. He could have been absolutely smoked, but yeah, surviving that slight mishap. Okay, just a little bit too shy of the Hashogeki, stealing his turn right afterwards with a counter hit and jab.
Right, he was always expected to be in range, so a slight hesitation from JojoTaro opened him up. Oh, thinking he was gonna back throw right since he was so close to the corner. That's why he was looking to tech.
Damn. Shades of Noah coming in from JoJo, forcing himself into the burnout, just trying to get a sequence going against Hinao. But speaking of sequences, this is something that we're very familiar with.
Indeed, pacing him up all the way into the corner. DI was there. And some more sweet chin music. We ain't passing the aux right now. Hinao is rolling. Needs one more round to tie the set, and that would be a quick tie as well.
My man is working right now.
Again.
He started off with that, like how many times? I think what's like 3 rounds total so far of getting sweet chin music off the rip? Possibly 2, but either way.
But yeah, he's looking to establish that heavily, right? Oh, and then baits out the parry, puts JojoTaro in burnout. And look, he's just chipping him down right now. Oh my goodness, that big hit. Now if you get DI'd, you're dead. Oh, and there it is, the light kick into the DI. And now did such a good job, right? Draining the life slowly and being like, I'm not gonna DI until it could potentially kill. The Hashogeki bully game, the chip game is so smart to just whittle away your opponent's life. And when he got hit by that like really sped up the plans. So he allowed him to get a DI early, and now we're all tied up after the Ryu switch.
What a difference it made too, just to switch off between Luke and Ryu. Getting this pressure off of the burnout is everything, but also I like the fact that he was very adamant about letting this DI rip. JojoTaro only had 2 bars to it. Even if like the adamant ripped, it wouldn't have been, so the damage is somewhat substantial, but Hinao had full health, right? And it knocks him back full screen while you're still in burnout. Like, what are you gonna do about that afterwards?
I agree, it was a win-win scenario for Hinao, even if he got his DI countered. It was one of those situations where you gotta do it.
Oh. Damn, slugging, a couple of lights. Oh, possibly looking for maybe like an OD mash out, hence he dropped, or hence the drop, excuse me.
Man, the heavy Hashogeki is just assassinating the drive meter. That time at least the donkey kick interrupted by the fireball.
Ooh. Very smart drive reversal. An excellent parry against the overhead. Getting a lot of that drive gauge back. Couldn't tell you what that was.
Yeah, I have to imagine that was the input stored behind the lock and key. Made sure to save that Tatsumaki input, most likely looking for a walk into a kick button. Unfortunate for Hinao, because now JojoTaro's back on winner's finals point.
2 bars ahead of him as well. A single hit conversion could lead into corner pressure. Hinao is not going to let that happen. Does get the first throw, and now catching the drive rush of JojoTaro off of that OS.
Oh, man, and now a couple of throws here, point blank with him as well. He tried to parry to protect that last bit of drive meter, but he's going to lose that along with the round. We are at a final round for our winners finals.
Damn, these fists are everything to me.
I let him know.
That's crazy.
That's why he tapes those up and just leaves the toes out. Cares about his fists. That's it.
Fists only, huh? Ooh, chop him back down. Trying to size him up. Damn! Where did that come from?
That's huge. That melting Akuma's life bar in the process here. JojoTaro, he does get the back throw at least, right? So he's got to take the advantage, try to push him out to the corner here. But now, yeah.
Oh, swinging. No whiff punish. But now the drain has occurred, excuse me. Now in burnout pressure. Trying to press the button after a very interesting angle off of that dive kick. Could this be enough, actually?
It is Akuma. Yeah, I think it most definitely is the Adamant Flame OD route to end it. JojoTaro will be in grand finals, winner side. Man, what a bounce back right there, right? Hinao made it so close. 2-2, forcing a final round. At every stage, if he got smacked, he smacked him right back. But JojoTaro able to clutch it out in the end, had the intel he needed to gather after those initial 2 games, and clutched the fifth.
Dude, that is a lot to consider. Oh, yeah, so the TO is making sure that he now stays in place.
Yes.
Has to fight off against Punk. But man, you can start to see the difference in terms of like the damage output. Like, there's a lot of big single hit confirms that Akuma can get that leads into this fat damage. And then for the side of Ryu, outside of like these clean hits, I feel like, I don't know if it's similar in a sense.
Yeah.
Would you say it's kind of similar in a sense? Like some of the big heavy hits that come in from like Ryu, he has to have so much meter to himself. But I guess the same could be with Akuma. I'm starting to think that they're really similar.
Yeah.
In terms of damage done.
Yeah, I definitely, especially in terms of damage done, I couldn't agree with you more, honestly. I just think Akuma, like, I think looks for those moments a bit more than Hinao did in this set. I think that was kind of the difference where we saw, like, Hinao multiple times, right? He was kind of committed to certain options where he got, like, a big hit and then he had already flowed into the heavy Hashigeki where it didn't combo because he just didn't think JojoTaro was going to get hit by it. So I felt like there was a couple of those moments for Hinao where he was already committing to a certain option where some of these big explosive damage moments kind of fell by the wayside. I think that kind of cost him in the end.
And I think the decision making too, coming in from Hinao, not only with the switch up, but also with this Shogeki pressure, is just so much more to consider. JojoTaro was actually being so susceptible to so many of these instances that led to these big 2 Ws to Hinao. But let's talk about these final moments, right? That error obviously hurting him more than anything because JojoTaro was pretty much on the ropes in the corner, in burnout as well. But just this final sequence, right? Not ready to let go of that level 3. I think that level 3 could have potentially killed Akuma. Punish counter into level 3?
Yeah, raw level 3. Honestly, it would have been really close. I think it might have just straight up killed. But yeah, right. JojoTaro was like, I want to put the onus on my opponent in this situation.